That is the correct password though.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hi, Katie.
Everybody, how are you today? We are going to be using our hand weights and our floor mats. If you don't have those handy, take a second to grab those and we'll get started in just a minute. As people are grabbing those, I'll give a couple of reminders to make sure that as we're exercising today, do everything that is in a pain-free range. So if we're doing a reaching exercise or a lower body exercise and you have pain, don't go to the point that you have discomfort. So do half of the motion or whatever you can do before there's pain. And I'll try to show versions with all of these where we're able to, my screen is flickering, let's see. I'll try to show versions with all of these where you can use your hands if we're standing, or a seated version, but make sure you feel safe. If you feel unsteady without holding on, make sure you're using the back of your chair or counter support as we're doing standing exercise. But let's get started.
Yeah, I'm going to mute everyone and I'm going to try to do it individually.
I can also unmute myself too. Let's get started. Come to the front of your chair, bring your posture up tall. So when we're talking about tall posture, the three things that I want you to think about are that your shoulders are down and back and your shoulder blades are squeezed back, and that you have a little bit of a chin tuck. So not a full chin tuck that you're looking down, but your chin is tucked just a little bit, like if someone had a string connected to the back of your head. If they pulled up on the string, it would gently tuck your chin. So this is our starting position for our tall posture. Let's start with some overhead reaches, fingers wide, reaching up overhead. You can inhale with the up and then exhale, arms down. That's 1. Reach up, wide fingers overhead. 2. Reach up. 3. Reach up. 4. Reach up. 5. Reach up. 6. Big reach overhead. 7. 3 more. 8. 9. And last one, 10. All right, we're going to move on to our power twist. So starting with arms wide open, we're going to do a twist across the body. Notice how as I twist, I point my front knee down so that I'm twisting at my hips as well. Resetting in the middle, and then we'll twist the other way. Let's go through 20 of these. Nice and slow, a big motion as you twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right, we're going to move into our power rock. So for this one, lean one elbow down onto your leg and reach up and across. Notice how I straighten this opposite leg out. So I want to open and close 3 times with our hands in this position before resetting, switching and opening and closing 3 times here. Let's go back and forth and do 20. So open and close 1, 2, this is 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Really try to stretch out that opposite leg. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 8. 1, 2, 9. 1, 2, 10. 1, 2, 11. 1, 2, 12. 1, 2, 13. 1, 2, 14. 1, 2, 15. 1, 2, 16. 1, 2, 17. 1, 2, 18. 1, 2, 19. Last one. 1, 2, 20. All right, we're going to move into some of our boxing moves because I incorporated some boxing into our intervals today. So let's do a refresher of what the boxing moves are. So starting kind of in this position with your hands closed and your palms facing towards you, it's kind of like our ready position. So we have 3 boxing moves that we will focus on today. One is the jab, so punching forward, try that with each hand. One is the cross, punching across your body with each arm. And then one is the hook, swinging out and around. So let's try each of those one after another with each arm. So jab, jab, cross, cross, hook, hook. Do that same pattern a couple more times. Jab, jab, cross, cross, hook, hook. Put a little more emphasis behind it too. Jab, jab, cross, cross, hook, hook. One more time. Jab, jab, cross, cross, hook, hook. So now I'm going to give you some different patterns that I want you to do along with me. So let's start with the jab, cross, jab. So let's do that same pattern together. Jab, cross, jab. 4 more times. Jab, cross, jab. Jab, cross, jab. Jab, cross, jab. Jab, cross, jab. Now let's switch and lead with the other arm. Jab, cross, jab. Jab, cross, jab. Jab, cross, jab. 2 more times. Jab, cross, jab. Jab, cross, jab. All right, now I want to do a cross, cross, jab, hook. So do that pattern with me. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Let's repeat that 4 more times. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Now lead with the other hand first. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Cross, cross, jab, hook. Do one more. Cross, cross, jab, hook. All right, now let's switch into a hook, jab, hook, cross. Repeat that with me. Hook, jab, hook, cross. 4 more times. Hook, jab, hook, cross. Hook, jab, hook, cross. Same pattern. Hook, jab, hook, cross. Do it one more time. Hook, jab, hook, cross. Now switch arms, which hand leads? Hook, jab, hook, cross. Hook, jab, hook, cross. 3 more. Hook, jab, hook, cross. Hook, jab, hook, cross. Hook, jab, hook, cross. 1 more for good measure. Hook, jab, hook, cross. All right, now we're gonna add another level to it. I'm gonna add more punches to the sequence. So let's do jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. So I'll do that again. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Keep up with that same pattern. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. We're going to keep up that same pattern because I know there's more pieces to it. Jab, hook, jab, or cross, excuse me, jab, hook. I'm even confusing myself. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Let's do 3 more on this side. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Last one. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Now let's switch and lead with the other hand. Same pattern. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Let's do 3 more on this side. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. Last time. Jab, hook, cross, jab, hook. All right. So different combinations of those, but those are our 3 basic punches that we're going to incorporate into our intervals today. So I have 3 different sets that we'll do together. I'm going to use weight for these, but at any point, if it's challenging enough without the weight, you can at any point drop the weight. You can also do these seated, but I'm going to show a standing version. So the first one we're going to do is a marching with an opposite overhead punch. So I'm going to start with my hands up at my shoulders, because as I punch, or as I march, I'm going to punch my opposite arm in the air. So this is our first interval that we're going to do. So a couple options. You can do it sitting, doing the same thing, or you could do it standing behind your chair. And instead of starting with your hands up here, you could start with them lower so that you can alternate and punch as you march while still holding on with one hand. So that's a great option too if you want a little bit of arm support. So the next one, we're going to incorporate a squat with a 3 punch series. So first you would squat down, and then when you come up, the move is going to be cross, cross, hook. So adding a little bit of weight to the punches here if you can, and then you'll repeat that same thing. Squat, cross, cross, hook. And I want you to try to alternate which hand leads after each repetition. So I started with my right hand, then the second time around, I started with my left hand. Go back and forth. So those are the only 2, we're gonna go through 2 exercises at a time. So we'll do 2 rounds of those exercises, and then we will switch. I'm gonna pull up my timer here for us. Go ahead and come into standing if you're not there yet. We'll have 1 minute on and then 30 seconds off. 2 times through. So grab your weights if you're using weight. Looks like everyone's pretty close. All right, let's get started. So starting with your weights up at your shoulders, marching and punching that arm straight up. And every time we're doing punches today, I want you to put some effort or oomph behind your punch, punching with intensity. So 1 minute here. Everyone's doing a good job keeping their posture tall. So I'm not worried about how fast you're marching, but I want you to punch with intensity. So that's more the focus during this exercise rather than speed. You're more than halfway done. See if you can make that punch piece faster, just when your arm shoots up. Looks good, 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to rest. And then we're gonna rotate to squat with a cross hook punch. Each time I'm gonna alternate what arm leads that punching series. We still have about 15 seconds to rest, and then we'll begin that second exercise. All right, let's begin. Squat, cross, hook. Squat, cross, hook. Again, using more intensity behind your punches. Alternating which hand leads first. I'm loving those fast punches. You guys look great. Squat, cross, hook. Squat, cross, hook. Nice job, more than halfway done. Nice job, everybody. 15 seconds left. Cross, hook. Squat, cross, hook. Squat, cross, hook. 3 seconds left. All right. 30-second rest break. Then we're going back to the marching with the overhead punch. One more round through both of these, and then we'll take a break. You guys are looking great. If you didn't use weight and that felt easy, you could try adding the weight. Or if you're doing these with the weight, but your shoulders are bothering you, feel free to try it without, or use it for half the sequence and then drop it whenever you need to. All right, let's get started. March with an intense overhead punch. Power behind our punches today. Making sure that we're keeping our posture tall with our shoulders down, our shoulder blades squeezed together, even while we're punching. Looks great, halfway done already. My marching doesn't have to be fast, but a lot of intensity behind that punch. Good job, 15 seconds left. Three, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to rest. Then we're going back to our squat with a three series punch. Then we will take a break. You should feel slightly winded. You should feel your heart rate increasing a little bit. That's part of this interval training that we're doing. 3 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Squat, cross, hook. Squat, cross, cross, hook. Remember to alternate what arm you lead with. And a lot of intensity behind those punches. Nice job. Squat, cross, cross, hook. Squat, cross, cross, hook. Squat, cross, cross, hook. Nice job. 20 seconds left. Squat, cross, cross, hook. Squat, cross, cross, hook. Squat, cross, cross, hook. 5 seconds left. Squat, cross, cross, hook. All right. Go ahead and take a break. Grab some water, have a seat. Nice job with those. I'm going to start introducing the next couple exercises. You don't have to join me yet. And I'll start explaining on. Looks like people are still grabbing some water. I'll pause before I start to make sure everyone's able to watch. So we're going to keep incorporating our moves here, and I'm going to keep using my weights for these. So this one, we're going to, the first exercise, again, you don't have to join me yet. I'm just going to start introducing them. It's a side step with a jab. So I'm going to start sidestepping to my right, and I want you to try to punch with the opposite arm. So there's a little bit of coordination between it. I'm starting with my right leg, and as I step, my left arm is going to punch. And then as I bring my left foot together, my right hand punched. So whatever foot is stepping, the opposite arm is going to do a jab forward. Step, step. So it's my opposite hand. So a little bit of coordination behind it. Step, step. So I don't have very much space where I'm on camera, so I'm doing a very, very narrow side step. But if you have a big area, you don't have to stop when I do. You can do several feet to each side before you switch. So a couple options for this. If you don't feel safe doing it in open space, if you want to do it holding on, maybe you want to practice sidestepping along a wall or along the back of your chair and not doing the punches, but just doing the sidestepping piece. Or if you're going to do it seated, you can do the same thing with stepping out to the side. As I step my right foot out, punch, and then so it would alternate side to side. So punch, punch. So I'm alternating what foot is stepping out to the side and what arm is punching together or punching forward for that jab. So that's a seated option. Still doing the opposite leg step with the alternate arm punching forward into that jab. The second one we're going to do is a power up. So you can do the power up sitting or standing. I'll show both versions. So first we're doing a power up, and then we're doing a punching sequence, cross, jab, hook. So power up, cross, jab, hook. And again, I want you to try to alternate what hand leads first. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Or you could do that same sequence in standing. Power up, cross, jab, hook. So those are our two options. So similar to the squat that we did first, but we're building on the squat to add the power up to it. So two exercises again are sidestepping with the forward jab, and it's the opposite hand that's doing the jab to whatever foot is stepping. Or again, you could do that side step with a punch while sitting, or just sidestepping along a wall or along your couch. And then we'll do that power up with the cross jab hook. Same format, 1 minute of each, 30 seconds off. We'll cycle through 2 times. So if you're standing, go ahead and join me in standing. We're going to get started. Grab your weights if you're going to use weights. All right, let's begin. So we're going to start with that side step, forward jab with the opposite foot that's stepping. Still, we're focusing on a lot of intensity and power behind our punches. Good job. Everyone's looking good. About halfway done. Nice job. Keep your posture tall. 15 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds to rest. Then we're moving to our power up with a cross, jab, and hook. You can do this sitting or standing. Same punching series, just alternate what hand leads first each time. About 10 seconds before we start this next interval. All right, let's begin. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Nice job. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Nice job. We're halfway done. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. 15 seconds left. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. 3 seconds left. Cross, jab, hook. All right, 30 seconds, then we're going back to our side stepping with the jab. Short rest intervals to keep our heart rate up in between these circuits. About 10 seconds to get ready. Your option is with or without weights. You can do it along a couch or along a wall, or you can do it sitting. Let's get started. Side stepping with that forward jab. Punching with your opposite hand from the foot that's stepping. So as I step with my right foot, my left arm is punching, and then my right arm as my left foot comes together. That looks great. Halfway done. Five seconds left. All right, 30 seconds to rest. We're going back to our power up with our cross jab hook. Last exercise of this interval, and then we'll take a longer rest break. About 5 seconds to get ready. All right, let's begin. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Intensity behind our punches. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. Power up, cross, jab, hook. You'll notice if you're using weights that we have to squeeze our shoulder blades together more doing the power up to keep our shoulders stable. Power up, cross, jab, hook. 20 seconds left. Power up, cross, jab, hook, power, up, cross, jab, hook, power, up, cross, jab, hook, power, up, last one, cross, jab, hook. All right, nice job. Grab some water, take a break. You do not have to join me yet, but I'm going to start to introduce our next circuit. But feel free to sit down while you're watching this. I'm just going to introduce it. So the first exercise of this next circuit is a burner. I want you to try to hold a squat while we're doing alternating jabs forward. At any time, if you need to come up and reset in between, you can. But hold that squat in an isometric for as long as you can while we're doing our forward jabs. Or if you're sitting, we want to alternate those forward jabs as fast as we can while you're sitting in your chair. So that's our first exercise. The second exercise, we're combining the first exercise with a lunge. So I'm going to set my chair here to show how you can use the chair support. So we are going to do whatever leg is closer to the chair, if you're holding on, a backward stepping lunge. So I'm lunging backwards, and then as I come up from the lunge, I'm marching and punching overhead. So lunging backward, march up. I'm going to bring my camera down so you can see that I'm not pausing in between those, but I'm going straight through. So lunge backwards, come up into a march. Backwards lunge, up into a march. So for that one, I'm going to have us stick to the same side for the first interval, and then second time through, switch so that you're holding on to the chair on the other side. That way we don't have to switch quickly, and we'll always have something to hold on to. All right, about 20 seconds, and then join me back in standing, and we'll get started with our last interval today. You can do these with or without weights. Go ahead and find that ready position. I'm going to get ready and start our timer. All right, let's begin. So we're holding an isometric squat, and we're doing alternating forward jabs. At any time, if you need to come up and reset, do so, and then come right back down. This is a burner. Looking good, everybody. Keep breathing hard. At any time, if you need to come up, you can. You are halfway done. Good job. Reset when you need to. Nice job. 20 seconds left. Keep pushing hard. At any time, if you need to drop your weights, you can drop your weights. At any time, if you need to come up out of that squat, you can. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. That will get your heart rate going. You have about 20 seconds, then we're going next to that lunge with a punch and march. Last interval circuit. You guys are doing great. 10 seconds to get ready. As a reminder, I'm going to step backward with the leg that's closer to my chair. So let's get ready and begin. I'm stepping backward into a lunge, and then that knee comes up for an overhead punch. Step backward into a lunge, punch up overhead. Backward step and march. Backward step, march overhead. So after I'm pushing up from the lunge, that left knee comes right up. It doesn't hit the ground until right now. Step backwards and come straight up into a march. You guys got it. Looks good. Halfway done. We're sticking to the same side for right now. Nice job, everybody. 15 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds, then we're going back to our squat with jabs. So last time you'll see this exercise today. So give it all you got. Your choice, with or without weights. And you can come up out of that squat whenever you need to. Try to challenge yourself. If you came up out of the squat 5 times, see if you can only come up 3 or 4 times. Let's get started. Challenge yourself to push a little harder this round. 1 minute to give it all you got. Make sure that you're keeping your posture tall, even as you're punching forward, especially as we start getting fatigued. Whenever you need to come up out of that squat, you can, and try to get right back in it. We're halfway done already. Last 30 seconds. You guys are doing great. 20 seconds left, keep pushing. Good job, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work. We're gonna do the lunge and punch to the other side. So I'm just switching my chair. One hand is going to be holding on to the chair. The other arm is going to be ready for that punch up overhead. So I'm stepping backwards with the leg that is closer to the chair to lunge. 3 seconds to get ready. Last exercise, then we'll take a break. Let's begin. Backwards lunge into a march. Backwards stepping lunge right up into a march with that overhead punch. Lunge, march. Nice. Lunge, march. Good job, everybody. Lunge, march. Lunge, march. Halfway done. Lunge, march. Looking good. Fifteen seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, awesome work. Grab some water. Have a seat. That looks awesome. Grab some water. You can do some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. It is normal and good if you feel winded right now. As we're training with our high intensity intervals, we're trying to bring that heart rate up, and then we're letting it come down right now before we move on to our next exercise. You don't have to move yet, but when you're ready, get your mat ready for the ground exercises. We have time. I'm going to give everyone another couple minutes before we transition, because I know that had some high intensity behind that last circuit. If you are not comfortable getting down onto the ground, you can do all of these power moves sitting in your chair. I'll show both options today. And when you're ready, make your way down. If you know that Being on your stomach causes back pain. A great option would be putting a pillow under your stomach, giving your low back some support. Like I said, when you're ready, make your way down. We're going to go through our power series on our stomach today, doing our 4 power moves. So this will be our starting position on your stomach with your elbows out to the side. It's like people are making their way. For those of you who will be sitting, your power move sitting in your chair is leaning down onto your thighs and then stretching your arms back wide as you come up. When you come up into this position, think about spreading your fingers out and squeezing your shoulder blades back and together. All right, so that's the seated move, the seated move. And let's get set up no matter what position you're doing it in. If you're on your stomach, we're going to bring our elbows out to the sides. And for the power up, you're pushing through your hands to squeeze your shoulder blades together and bring your elbows in so that they're stacked under your shoulders. Exactly. Let's do 10 repetitions of this power up, and let's count up by 4s as we do it together. Ready? 4, down, 8, down, 12, down, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. All right. So we're staying in this position for the next couple exercises with our elbows stacked under our shoulders. And for the power rock, leaning across to reach up and across with wide fingers, resetting in the middle and reaching up and across with the other hand. If you're seated in your chair, it's the same move, reaching up and across your body. Try to come across in front of you as you reach. It'll be the same move whether we're sitting or in this position. Let's do 20 all together, alternating side to side. Let's count backwards for this one. Wide fingers as we reach and resetting in the middle. Ready? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So we're going to move into our power twist next. We'll come back to this position for the next exercise. For the power twist, go ahead and roll onto your side so that your bottom leg is straight and your top knee is down. Your arms are going to be straight out in front of you in this position. And for the move, we're rotating out to twist. Make sure that this top knee doesn't lift from the ground. So don't rotate so far that that top knee lifts. You want to keep it down. And then we'll come back together. If you're seated in your chair, your power twist is that warm-up exercise we did. We're twisting, resetting in the middle, and twisting the other direction, alternating side to side. or you could stick to the same side because we're gonna do 10 repetitions of this side first, for those of us who are laying on the ground, and then we'll roll to the other side. Let's count up by twos for this one. So bottom leg is straight, top knee is bent. Make sure you keep that top knee touching the ground as you twist back. Let's get started. Open, 2. Open, 4. Open, 6. Open, 8. Open, 10. Open, 12. Open, 14. Open, 16. Open, 18. Open, 20. All right, go ahead and roll so that you're facing the other side. Again, bottom leg is straight, top knee is bent. Arms are out in front of you. Let's count backwards by twos this time, starting at 20. So we're gonna open in the same way where you're making sure that your bottom knee is still touching the ground in front of you. Let's get started. Open, 20. Open, 18. Open, 16. Open, 14. Open, 12. Open, 10. Open, 8. Open, 6. Open, 4. And last one, open, 2. Roll back onto your stomach. Lastly, we have the power step. Give everyone a second to transition here. Coming back onto our stomach. For the power step, we're stepping out with our arm and then back in together. And we'll alternate side to side with this one. If you're seated in your chair, you're going to alternate stepping with your legs. So stepping out and adding the arm movement out, and then stepping in together. Stepping out to the side and back in together. That's your move if you're sitting in your chair. We'll all do these together, alternating side to side to do 20. Let's count up by threes as we do this one. Let's get started. 3. Together, exaggerating how high you're lifting your arm or your leg. 9. 12. 15. 18. 21. 24. 27. 30. 33. 36. 39. 42. 45. 48. 51. 54. 57. And 60. Awesome work. Let's come back up to our chairs. We'll grab some water and do some stretches. Good job, everyone. Take your time with the transition. Make your way back to your chair, grab some water if you need to. Right. Nice job with those exercises today. So we'll cool down our bodies, do some stretching now that our muscles are warm. Let's start with a couple breaths in as we reach overhead. Exhale, arms down. 2 more. Inhale. You can look up at your hands. Exhale, arms down. 1 more. Let's bring one arm across your body and pull it close towards you with the other arm. And we'll count to 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's stretch out our neck. Bring one ear down towards your shoulder. Make sure that your shoulders stay low. And then that arm is going to pull towards it the same way that it's bending. Tuck your other arm behind your back. We'll hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll your head to the other side and switch arms. And we'll hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Roll your head back to the middle and slowly come up. Let's do 10 head nods up and down, nice and slow, bending your chin towards your chest. And then head up slow towards the ceiling. Let's do that 10 times through. 1, and up. 2, and up. 3, and up. 4, and up. 5, and up. 6, and up. 7, and up. 8, and up. 9, and up. And 10. Let's stretch out our legs. Bring one knee straight out in front of you. Keep that knee straight and bend down towards your foot. So keep that knee straight, kind of pushing on your thigh. And we're going to count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Keep that knee straight, bend forward at your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring one leg up across your lap. You can always straighten out this other leg if it's too hard to get it up with your other knee bent. Bend forward at your hips, and I want to do an ankle roll while we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now switch directions. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch sides. Bring that leg up and across. Again, bending forward at your hip. And let's do 5 ankle rolls each direction as we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch directions. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do 10 heel raises onto our toes. So pushing up onto your toes, lifting your heels and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do some wrist circles. So arms out in front of you, rotate your wrists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we'll finish up there today. Thank you so much for exercising this morning. Great job with those exercises, and I will see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome job. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks,
Always-
Katie. Terrific
Always
job,
make
as
it tough,
usual.
but good.
Glad. I want it to be a challenge. Good job.
Katie.
Like,
Good
because
job.
instead of think about those little, jabs, the different order,
Yeah.
exercise went faster for me. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
my mind was preoccupied with trying to remember what to
Yeah.
do next. It went by faster.
Yeah. Hear that.
All right,
Give me the
enjoy the rest of your
challenge
day. It's beautiful out there.
That's right. Hopefully you'll get to go out one, Etta.
Yes, I am, no matter what. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.